You are listening to a series of 10 podcasts on American political parties and campaigns, presented by Citizen U. Episode 9. Explain the difference between a majority and a plurality. Apply these concepts to U.S. elections. Explain how plurality elections and the winner-take-all system influences our two-party system. What is a popular vote? Certain institutional rules safeguard our elections from the tyranny of the majority. Elections in America are typically decided by pluralities. This simply means winners are determined by the most votes. No majorities are needed. We also have what is called single-member districts in the House of Representatives. This means that whoever wins the most votes represents that entire district. Winner takes all. There is no benefit to finishing second. The best example of these winner-take-all rules is the Electoral College. The Electoral College ultimately determines presidential elections. The people indirectly elect our president. To win in the Electoral College, a candidate must win a majority of the 538 electors. 270 electoral votes mean you will be the next president. Electoral votes are allocated state by state. Most states have winner-take-all rules. When a candidate receives the most votes in a state, they often then will receive all of that state's electoral votes. The number of electoral votes per state is the sum of the representation in Congress. If Illinois has 18 members in the U.S. House and 2 members in the U.S. Senate, then Illinois receives 20 electoral votes. Though one might imagine that the race is for the big states, holding regional blocs together like the Solid South for Republicans is a formidable hurdle for Democrats to overcome. Invariably, most states are fairly predictable. Presidential campaigns in the general election tend to focus on just a handful of bellwether states. Large amounts of campaign resources are spent in 10 or fewer states. This means that millions of Americans feel somewhat left out of general election politics. Reformers suggest that the way to cure the ills of democracy is to provide for more democracy. Popular elections are on the rise. More and more direct democracy is at hand. As a sign that our elections are growing more and more democratic, one should note the increasing number of referendums. A referendum puts a public policy idea directly on the ballot. Essentially, a referendum makes the voter a member of a large legislative branch. When voting on referendums, voters get to directly decide a legislative question. Referendums move us closer and closer to a direct democracy, something the Founding Fathers were afraid of. Democracy is a verb, indeed. You are listening to a series of 10 podcasts on American political parties and campaigns, presented by Citizen U.